Nobody, no crime. Well, not on my time. Eyes are watching, giving victims a voice. Raise your voice from Delphi to Camden, and there will be no more botching. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an alibi if you collect evidence in red Solo cups. If your expert says it just did, you might have a problem. We might not be Dateline, but come along if you want a great time. Grab yourself a glass of wine, and let's talk some true crime. And hey, you'll even have an
Hello, everyone. How are we, beautiful humans? We have Beth here. Hi, Beth. Just you and Bakers. Good to see you. My girl, MJ. How are you? I'm going to really do my best to keep up with the chat today. Hi there. How are you? Let's see. Jeffrey, how are we doing? So good to see you guys. I know that there are multiple other people streaming right now, so the fact that you are here, I appreciate. Hey, Amy, how are we? Hello from West Texas. Amazing. How are we? Okay. Hi, Becky. How are you? Thanks for joining. So we had the reply and the basically motion that the order that the judge passed down, finally drop publicly. So we are going to go over that. We have Cajun from Louisiana. Louisiana, you're not that far from me. I'm in Florida. Thank you for being here. Okay, sorry I'm late. I had set the stream for 4, and then I had a bit of an emergency on the phone that I had to handle. So I had to take it, so I had to push it back. And fortunately, the time was good. So here we are. You guys were patient, and you guys are still here, and I appreciate it. So remember how the hearing happened, the hearing that we weren't able to see. We weren't able to get cameras in the courtroom for Kelsey Fitzsimmons, the one that the aliens threatened. There was this video that was going to be shown that was never shown and probably doesn't ever exist. So the judge rendered the order to that hearing in what each party was wanting. So we're going to go over that. Squid Pro Quo pre-show raid sent. Thank you. Awesome. Thank you so much. So we're going to go over that order. I was going to read the actual order, but it is too small, and so I can't even read it. I'd have to literally probably read it on my phone. But lucky for us, we have Lori, and so she pretty much spelled out exactly what it means, broke down. So we're going to read her stuff because it is legible and much bigger than the font and the print on the actual court papers. And I do not know how to zoom in on the actual document to make it bigger. So Cajun said, I was in one of your lives a couple days ago, and I heard you say Pensacola. I love it there, but we always stay in Navarre. Navarre that's probably my favorite. It's actually not much further from me. So it depends on what's going on, but I will go to Navarre as much as I do Pensacola. I love it there as well. It's quieter. It's there's better shelling. So yeah, and when you're in Navarre, you're right there too. It's the same. It's right there. So yes, love Navarre. Hi Melanie, how are you? Thank you for being here. Oh, Misty, hello. It's good to see you. How are you? Yeah, so I'm just thankful you guys are here and hanging out with me. We're gonna go over that. We're gonna dive into that a little bit. Cajun said we always go into Pensacola for dinner. Yes, there's definitely more options as far as food in Pensacola and really like fun activities like putt-putt and things like that. Navarre is more like quiet, and I think they want it that way. So, and it's not that far. So, what's up, KY? How are we? You delayed, so I wouldn't show up. No, I wish. I we had a little family emergency that I had to handle on the phone. So I don't know how many of you guys have siblings that are not fun to deal with. And aging parents, and we're getting to the point where that is happening. And so yeah, it's not fun right now. So, but KY is in, I believe, Tennessee, and going to be joining all the amazing people like Expert Baker, Valhalla, who is here. I feel like I'm supposed to be doing something right now. No, you're not. Because guess what? I am up to date on my chat, Valhalla. You'd be so proud. And yes, but KY Maverick's coming to hang out with all the amazing creators there in Tennessee. Mary B. I think Glare is coming tonight. So I'm super excited that Maverick could make it. Hi, Fridge Breaker. How are we? The stream is fuzzy, is it? Is it bad? Because I had to go back. You guys said I was glitching, and boy, was I ever. That stream would look terrible. Hopefully it's a better connection. Please let me know. I had them reset everything because something was clearly going on. Valhalla, I think you're supposed to be headed to dinner. Just telling you. She knows what's up. Maybe that's it. And KY Maverick saying he will see you soon. Yeah, let me know how the connection is. Hi Nina, how are we? Hellfish, how are we? Oh, we have Michelle. Michelle Perry became a new member. Thank you so much, Michelle. I just actually posted some new photos for my members today. So you now have access to those. That's kind of what I do, since we're not doing a whole lot of members only streams yet. I'm doing a whole lot of photo dumps for my members of things that are in my life that kind of let you guys in, get to know me a little better. So you have access to that now. And thank you so much for becoming a member. Hellfish says the white balance. If only I knew what to do with that. It's not fuzzy though, because it's blurry. Oh shit. Dang it. Okay. I do not know. This is so weird. Okay, if it goes out, I'm coming right back. Stay tuned. Making sure, yeah, it's on the right internet. I don't know. I'm gonna have to get on the phone with them and see if we need to go up on the stuff. But again, I just have this tab open and then the Twitter one to read Lori's thing. If I need to close that, I can and read it from my phone. Is it as blurry as it was the other night? Because that was pretty bad. Let's see. I'm an only child, but I've got 3 kids. They help a lot. My mom is 82. She's in great health. That's amazing. And that's ideal, right? You want everyone helping out, working the team. And that's ideal. And so you're very, very blessed for that. Let's see. It's just not focused. Man, I hate that. Okay. Happy to support a great strong woman. Thank you, Michelle. Yeah. Strong women supporting strong women. That's what it's about, and doing what good we can do. That's definitely, so thank you. Put your palm close to the camera, see if it focuses. If it does, pull your hand back slowly to your face. I feel like this is a Valhalla trick. Like, is he getting me to do this to just laugh? It's very possible, guys. We will find out together. Okay. Did that do anything or did I fall for a trick? We will find out. Did that do anything? I don't know. Hey, Joe, what's up? Everybody, same. I know everyone live at the same time. I know. Did that help? Val says, okay. All right. I believe it now. No joke. Hi, Nefarious. How are we? Okay. It's very airbrush at 70. Yep. So that is for whatever reason, it'll only let me do 720p. It won't I feel like it let me do it like 2 times at the higher, and then it just wouldn't let me do it anymore. I think MJ, I think it is internet connection, but I don't know what's different about it because I called them and they reset everything. Because you guys were saying it was blurry, and I went back and you were absolutely right. It was awful. So we'll see if it gets better. If not, I may have to see if upping the I don't even know what it's called, but upping the Wi-Fi helps. Hi Val, how are you? Amy saying, yes, I'm very blessed. Absolutely. And your parents are blessed because they have that, teamwork and all of that. So it's definitely a blessing. It's not fun when you're not working in unison with everyone. So it's out of focus. Your voice is wonky, keeps going in and out, not just the focus. Beth. Okay. My goodness. I don't know. Right? Should we wait? It helped. Helped. Okay. Okay. Well, if we get through this stream, I will get back on the phone with my internet people and tell them this is not acceptable. My people cannot hear or see me well, and we need to figure something else out. Rhonda, hello. I just saw you in Baker's chat. Good to see you again. Thank you for being here. Do the hand trick with the camera again, but not slow. Okay. Help. Let's see. Look at you guys all helping me out. There is a metallic in with the sound. See, I've been saying this for days. Okay, is that better? I did something to my microphone like a week ago, and it sounded the same in my ears. It bugs me. You're in StreamYard. Yes, I am. You're using the computer camera or a secondary. Nope, just the computer one. Make sure you are using the correct camera. Yeah, I only have one. I have to switch from my Mac to my Logitech. Yeah, I need to get a new camera, but still, the internet should be working better than this. So I don't know. If you're in Wi-Fi, you might have to hardwire the computer to the modem. That's what I'm using. Hold on, though. Let me see if I move the modem. So I am plugged in directly to Ethernet. Let me move this modem and see if that helps any. You guys are the best. Hold on. Okay, let's give that a minute and see if that does anything. I moved it closer to the window and a little higher. So we'll see if that does anything. We will get this figured out because I looked back and I was like, holy crap, they were not looking. It was really bad. Okay, that seems sharper. Okay. Yeah, voice is working. Yeah, I don't know what's up with it. It's crazy, but we're going to get it worked out. Sounds like Valhalla's late night goat stream. Oh no. That's never a good thing. Make sure computer didn't default with the connection automatically. Okay. Other networks. Let me see. Oh, it looks like it's on the right one. Yeah, it looks like it's on the right one. Okay. Is that any better since I moved the modem? Sound is better for now. Okay. We'll take it. We will take it. Okay. Hopefully that helped. I moved the modem, and maybe moving a little up higher and closer to the window will be beneficial. All right. Let's see. Okay, shall we get to reading? So we have the judge's decision here, and what we did was break it down for everyone. I think God bless her. She's so smart. She knows everything. Oh, good. Yay. Okay, that's good news. Very good news. Hopefully the visual would be better as well. But as long as the sound is good, that's definitely doable. Okay. So, I think she gets so many questions, and so she just broke down and put that on Twitter. So we love her for it. So we're gonna go over that, and I know a lot of you guys haven't even seen it yet. It was just kind of dropped this afternoon for the public, so we will go over that now. Let me pull it up, and if this starts messing up, I can read it from my phone, but I'm gonna try to. Oop, not me to do that. I'm gonna try to share it with you guys so you guys can look along. What did we miss? Hi, Marcy. How are we? First of all, look at you with your makeup. Makeup is gorgeous. I love it. You did not miss anything. We were trying to fix my stream audio and the video. So I think we got it a little better. Now we are gonna go ahead and share the reply motion from the judge for the hearing last week finally just dropped. And so we're going to read Lori's update together. Can you guys see that? Or, oh, gotta add it to the stage. There we go. All right, cool. There we go. All right. So Lori says, Kelsey Fitzsimmons update, brief summary of the court order on 5/28/26. So last week from the hearing and basically parties that we're asking for. The stipulation of the parties filed on 5/26 dealing with the FaceTime visits and OFW app corresponded into this order. Okay, so supervised parenting time. I'll continue. Request for supervisor to be replaced with maternal grandmother is denied. Okay, so let's stop there. As someone who has worked in the system with DCF, I personally have a problem with this because the people that we had to remove children from, there was damn good reason to have them removed, at least when I was working there. Now, it's not a perfect system by any means, and there are really terrible investigators. So it's not a blanket statement. They mess up a lot. But I'm talking like severe physical abuse, not feeding your children, sexual allegations that were substantiated by forensic exams, things like that, right? Reasons to not be able to have visits unsupervised. And I had to supervise those as well. And there is zero reason, in my opinion, for Kelsey to have to continue to have a supervisor. And we found out that this supervisor, these visits cost thousands of dollars. So that means prolonged having to pay this supervisor thousands of dollars. And guess who's paying that? Kelsey's paying that. So again, we will continue to do fundraising for her, but it is just absolutely, in my opinion, ridiculous. Got Milk saying, why wasn't Justin supervised? Yeah, well, Justin wasn't set up by the North Andover Police Department and his ex to ultimately fail. And that's what I feel. Again, you guys know how I feel about this case. North Andover Police Department literally placed that gun in Kelsey's hands, in my opinion. they done their job, none of this would have happened. And the baby was not never in danger. Kelsey has never, ever hurt that baby or threatened to hurt that baby. We have, hold on. We have Amy saying to donate to Kelsey and her baby boy. Yeah, we're going to have to keep these fundraisers going, because it's thousands of dollars for her to see her son each month, because the judge denied the fact that her mother or, father are not an adequate supervisor. I mean, this is so silly to me. So this is the part that really rattles me. And as you'll see down when we keep reading, and I'll address it then, but it's outrageous to me that this would have to continue when there's been no proof of her ever being a danger or a harm to her child. So this rattles me, and having worked in the system and seeing actual real threats, this is a waste of the court, using their power, in my opinion. But again, the court doesn't care what I say, but that's just, for me, that's how it is. Okay. We will go back to this. Okay. A guardian ad litem, JAL, is appointed. The report is due on 9/30/26. The cost of the JAL will be paid by plaintiff, alien. So that's good news. At least he's paying for something. This will also be thousands of dollars. I love that for him. Again, he's the one pushing for the JAL. So be careful what you wish for, because now that the GAL is involved, there's a possibility that those allegations, including videos, will be seen by GAL. Possible home visits to the alien's house, which never happened before. It's possible that will take, because that's who would investigate into those things. So we'll see how that goes. Go ahead, investigate everything you want with Kelsey, because nobody has anything to worry about, in my opinion. That's not a concern. But the ones, in my opinion, who need to be concerned are the ones who asked for the GAL. And I'm just happy that he is going to have to front the bill. Yay. And they got the one that was, the mental health specialist. So, but I love that for him. He can pay for that. All right. The pre-trial is continued to 10/14/26 in Lawrence at 8:30. So again, down the road, all discovery to be completed by 9/14 of this year. The file will be sent back to Judge Mitchell Nover. So that was the judge that they had, that was filling in for the judge who made this order. So it's kind of seeing a lot of judges, right? For the sole purpose of issuing the fee, generating the appointment from should have already been sent to the parenting time supervisor. This is important because it provides guidance to the supervisor as to what should be included in her reports to the court. Okay. So again, this is when the reports will be due and it will be sent back to that judge. We can, I'm sure Lori will go ahead and give us more information on the next fundraiser into all of these things, but basically breaking down the order a little bit more for us. All right, let's see. I wish I could make this a little larger too. My eyes are not great. All right, the judge is not ordering substance testing for either party, but is encouraging both parties to consider voluntary substance with testing to the court-approved facilities. Okay, so again, my opinion, voluntary testing means you get to pick where you get your pee tested and all of that. So that's about as good as the paper provided on, in my opinion. So expect if that's done, expect nothing to be found by that. there's a little bit more credence to the court ordering something from a specific lab that they know is accredited, that has no connections to parties. In my opinion, this doesn't hold the weight of a court order. So again, if parties decide to do that, we know this isn't an issue for Kelsey. His thing is, ooh, she likes alcohol and has nothing to back it up that she drinks any more than any other normal mom, right? We all know about those normal soccer moms. They're just normal moms. So he has never showed any proof of anything. It is not illegal for a mother to have alcohol. So don't read too much into that. If both parties take it and both parties pass, it is, good as the paper it's written on if you get to choose where you go, in my opinion. All right. All previous orders remain in effect, which means that Kelsey should start adding Wednesday evenings to her parenting time, supervised by the maternal grandmother, as it was in the order May 1st. Now let's pause there, okay? So as someone who has worked in the system, and I'm going to go back up to your comments. So keep them coming. I'll just go back up and check them later. As someone who worked in the system, understanding the whole reason for supervised visits in the first place is because it is not safe for the child to be with that parent alone. Okay. So I would love for the court to explain to me how it is how it is acceptable to the court to have the weekend visits where they have to be supervised. Kelsey has to be supervised by this specific person supervising the visits. But on the Wednesday visits, it's perfectly fine and acceptable, and there's no worry or concern with Kelsey's mom doing the supervising. Now, if that's the case, anyone with common sense, okay, guys, so this is why I chose Common Sense Investigator for the name channel, because you don't have to have a licensed private investigator's license to use your common sense. We all have it. We all can use it. And please do. Again, to me, this defies common sense. If she needed supervised visitation and the court is saying she needs supervised visitation, which to myself, I do not agree. However, that's what the court has decided. It's okay on Wednesdays. Like on Wednesdays, she won't be a harm to the child because it's a Wednesday. That makes as much sense as, think of the most outlandish thing, and it makes about as much sense as that. So someone who has worked in this field, a thing or two about mental health and all that, it screams ridiculousness to me. Now, am I glad? Yeah, I'm glad, because that is one less visit for Kelsey to have to pay. Like I said, my opinion, she should never have to have had supervised visitation. It's all a smokescreen. But I'm glad that one visit she won't have to pay for. I'm also glad that the baby C's grandmother will be able to be there and enjoy his presence as well, because, Justin and the aliens have still not allowed them to see the baby other than when these visits are being supervised and stuff. Remember, he was trying to keep the whole family away from the baby. So I'm happy that Wednesdays are good. But just from a common sense level, it makes none. There is no common sense to that. It makes no sense whatsoever. But again, I don't make the rules. I'm not the judge. But you guys ask yourself if that makes sense to you. Kelsey is a danger, has to be supervised on the weekends, but not on Wednesdays. On Wednesdays, we're good, guys. There's no danger on Wednesdays. So, I could see how that would be very frustrated. If this was me, I would be incredibly frustrated. I guess I would just have to focus on the silver lining of Wednesdays are good. You don't have to pay for them, and it's a family event. Kelsey and her mom and the rest of the family get to be alone, right, with her child. And, this goes back to the whole thing is like the first visit had to be with Justin, and to me, I know she's very grateful that she got to see the baby, but to have to keep being supervised, don't you think that I don't know. I picture, and I put myself in those shoes of not having seen your baby in almost a year. Don't you think there's maybe things that she might want to say to her child that maybe she doesn't want to say in front of a stranger or the person who put her in this position? Yeah, I would think. I would think so. So again, it's just it's shameful what continues to happen. Again, doesn't make a bit of sense to me. But Shelly, I just saw your teeth. I just saw your comment. Thank you so much. I cannot take credit for them. I got them from my parents. So thank you. um, all right, let me go back to this. So, all right. So all in all, Lori summing up for us, all in all, this is pretty close to what I expected, with the exception of the court failing to initially send fee generating to appointment from the supervisor last month. I'll be honest, I'm not sure exactly what that means. Exception of the court failing to initially send the fee generating appointment form to the supervisor last month. So the court failed to send the fee. Okay, so it's something of the court and something that they failed to do. All right. I do find it annoying that the court spelled the child's name wrong 4 times. Dear God, do better. Yeah. Wow. Okay. And these are the papers, and they're tiny bit larger. If I pull them up individually, I would have not been able to read them on my screen. So we just went over this, basically summed it up, because Lori is great at doing that. And that is what we did. If you do not follow Lori on Twitter, what are we doing? Go follow her now. Her handle is Lori Mullins Law. So Lori Mullins ESQ on Twitter, if you partake in the twit twat. So yeah, thoughts, concerns. I'm gonna get out of this and see if it's better with that one tab not there. Okay, let's see here. Okay, I'm doing it. Fantastic. All right. FaceTime. What did they say about FaceTime? Very good point. All right, let me pull that back up. Please hold. That's a great, you know what? Hold on. I have it on my phone and it will be less time. Let me see. Thank you for bringing that up, because that, again, it's been a long day. Okay, been a long day, guys. Let me go here and I will pull up the order and just look. All right. Okay. Blah, 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 blah. Reading and find the time, or find it about the FaceTime specifically. Thank you again for reminding me about that. Okay. Why am I not seeing anything about the FaceTime? Let me pull up Lori's other tweets and see if that was addressed. I'm not seeing anything here. Let's pull up another link. Thanks, guys. Thanks for hanging in there with me. Let's see. Let's pull up our Queen Lori's Twitter and see. All right. Mhm. All right. Let me go ahead and just let you guys do this so you guys are not left in the dark here while I look. You guys can be looking with me. That's not the share button. This is the share screen button. Okay. Got it. Share. All right. All right, guys. So, and then Lori proceeds to go on and give us the exact GAL who was appointed by the court, who is Stephen Nessenbaum, ESQ, as the guardian ad litem. And he is a mental health, parenting plan, and substance abuse, alcohol abuse provided by the court. Okay, the court has limited the investigation to 35 hours total time. So we will see what that is going to entail. The report is due on the court on 9:30. The cost of the GAL, let's say this louder for the people in the back, will be paid by the alien himself. Okay, here we go. Lori telling us that she expects the cost to be well in excess of $10,000, likely 15 to 20K. How many of us love that for him? I know I do. That's fantastic. Great. I hope he's a really pricey one, like, I don't know. Due to all his experience, they wanted the one that was the mental health expert. Hopefully he's extra. Charge him a little extra there. All right. Everybody's seeing everything. Oh, I didn't add it to stage. Guys, what is happening? Okay. Now you can see what I just read. Okay. I'm telling you, it's been a day. Okay. All right. So, stipulation of parties. All right. Here we go. Stipulation of parties, communication of the parties through the OFW app, FaceTime visits between mom and dad and child, attending doctor's visits. So that's the only, okay, here we go. Let me pull this up. Let's see if this is pertaining to the FaceTime. Let's see. Oh, okay. Let's see. Okay. The party shall communicate regarding the child via our family wizard. Absent of emergency, obviously, if emergency comes, they're free to text. Neither party shall distribute or provide access to the party's OFW communication. P.S. Justin, no one cares to see your OFW messages. Dream on, dreamer, because no one cares. You're not that important. To any third party other than the counselor for the parties. Neither party shall post the party's OFW communications on the internet, including but not limited to any social media sites. Again, no one cares, Justin. You're not that important. No one cares. Father's obligation to send weekly updates through counsel is hereby terminated. All right. No updates on your child weekly. That's just too much. Okay. Counsel is hereby terminated. Father shall keep mother apprised to baby's development. Yeah, I'm sure that'll happen. Let me pull this one up and see. Okay. Medical appointments, growth, milestones through OFW at least once. Okay, at least once per week. So at least there is an order saying that he still has to do some updates. Okay. 3. I can't see that. Something Sunday, the parties share, communicate through OFW to something FaceTime video call to mother and child for, is it first week? At least once per week and at other times. The party's max age, I don't know what that, for up to 10 minutes per call for mother could to connect. Again, this is like small on my end. I don't know if it's better on y'all's end, and I can't do the handwriting. Mother shall be permitted to attend baby C's well visits at his pediatrician so long as father is present. Oh, how much you want to bet Mama Lisa is going to take them? Again, I'd like to be positive, but again, some of these things. So it sounds like she can have some FaceTime calls, but not for 15 minutes, for 10 minutes. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Scheduled FaceTime. What do we got here? Let me unadd this to this remove. Okay. Scheduled FaceTime on Mondays via OFW. Got it. Okay. Hi, Romy. How are we? Let me see. Let me get out of this. All right. Okay, scheduled FaceTime. Why is it not showing? That is extremely weird. Okay, hold on. Let me move this. Okay, the whole thing changed. I don't know what I'm doing. All right. Show comments on stage. Yes, we are doing that. Okay. For some reason, it got a lot smaller. Oh, I don't want to do that either. Now I'm extremely huge. Okay. I'll just make do. Okay, great. Let's see what you guys are saying. Okay, Lori's in here. Hi, Zach. How are we? Communication app. Hi, Miss Jess. FaceTime. I don't know. If Lori was in here, she can clarify. There, Mary B's dead air. You are too kind. Is that every Wednesday? I don't know. I could not read the rating. If Lori is in here, she will fill us in, but it looks like 10 minutes, not 15. Again, it's a 5-minute difference. Why are we, whatever. Okay. Shell Hell, how are we with the bees? All right. Zach, I'm playing Twister. Were you playing Twister before? Do we play this often? I love this. Romy saying hello to Lori. Rhonda, hello. Okay. I do not see Lori's comment. Is Lori here? I don't know. Okay. Well, I don't know. Well, guys, I don't know, but I think the orders are saying stop using lawyers, communicate with each other directly on the OFW app, not don't give as many updates. Okay. Okay. Okay, so basically they're wanting updates not through council, through the app that Justin got pissed and stopped using because Kelsey posted the back of the child's head and her on Mother's Day. Got it. Okay. So, hello, Kristen. How are we? I thought she was, but I could have been wrong. Yeah, I don't know. I think she would have commented if she was. I know she had a busy day today, so I'm not sure. She'll pop up if she does, but and it sounds like she does get some FaceTime and it's 10 minutes. So I wish I could read the writing. However, I could not. So anyways, what do you guys think? I mean, am I crazy about the whole this supervised visitation to me is stupid, unnecessary. And whenever that report is done, it's going to be months for that report to be done. So I don't know, unless they petition the courts, things could change. But to me, it's an oxymoron to say you need supervised visitations on the weekend, but on Wednesday it's fine. The baby's not in danger on Wednesdays. Wednesdays, your mom is sufficient to supervise, but not on weekends. I mean, that just to me defies all logic and common sense. I'm grateful that on Wednesday she doesn't have to pay and that grandma gets to actually be with her grandchild. It just doesn't make much sense to me, having worked in the system at all. It is contradictory. So Rhonda, enjoy your dinner. Thank you so much for being here. Yeah, so at least we have the order. Hi, Misty. I feel like I haven't seen you in forever. Kristen, are you going to Dollywood? Let's see here. I know, I hope that they stream. Strange says, Romy, you may have been able to attend any court hearings of interest. I miss y'all and I hope you are well. Yes. Romy is our resident court mama. She is on top of things. If there is something of interest, Romy is there. Romy is my spirit animal because if I was up there and the amount of cases that were going on in Massachusetts, I would be Romy. I would be attending, I would be going. So she is my spirit animal. Tell us if you're planning on going to any of them. You're right, having a supervisor on every day but Wednesday makes 0 sense. I wish they would equally apply a need for court ordered supervision. Exactly. I mean, it's silly. I mean, I'll take 1 day of her not having to pay. It just, if you're looking at it logically, if you're looking at it for baby safety, wouldn't it make sense it's all or nothing? Like, I mean, it seems silly. And certainly, if the court had a issue with the baby safety, they wouldn't say it's okay for Wednesdays to not be supervised and to be supervised by Kelsey's mom. So I can't help but think they're just trying to appease both sides, which at this point, like, there has been nothing provided that the baby is unsafe with her. So what are we doing? We're like, this is why we have a judge to weed out what is correct and what is not correct. Splitting it down the middle on something like that is ridiculous, in my opinion. Okay, let's see. Unless by charging alien, it forces his hand to remove the supervised and just allows her to see the baby. I don't, so he's the one who really wanted the GAL. I think Kelsey kind of was like, we don't really need it at this point. It seemed like they had moved forward. But then he kind of came back and they still wanted it. So in my opinion, it sounds like he's the one wanting it, so he's gonna have to pay for it. But all like it's nothing out of his pocket for Kelsey to have to pay. So I don't see that happening. I like your thought process there. I just don't think because there's no financial loss for him. Kelsey's the only one having to pay for the supervised visits. And to be honest, I think he probably loves that she has to pay for them. So I can't see him ever saying that he's okay with unsupervised visitation because he wants that coercive control. And Dougie and Lisa want that coercive control, in my opinion. Let's see. Misty, oh no, I hate that you're taking a touch. Hopefully that means more money. Nope, next year. Yeah. Okay, Kristen, me and you both. We're both going next year. We're planning it. We're going to be there. We're going to have a fantastic time. Until then, we will live vicariously through our friends who are going to stream and hopefully a lot this week because it does seem like they are going to have a great time. But I've heard from a lot of people that they are going to be going next year. So next year is going to be the spot. So everyone plan. We'll meet up in Dollywood next year with all of everyone. I am going on a 2-week vacation in 16 days. Where are we going? Okay, let me know because I will also live vicariously through you. And I feel like, if you can go on a 2-week vacation, that is the perfect amount of time. 1 week is not enough. And 2 weeks is enough to actually forget about the stress of the outside world, enjoy, and really regroup. So that's fantastic. I love that for you. Tell us everything. KD says this is probably a hot take, but I think it isn't a terrible thing. I know it is super expensive, but it does still give some time, extra neutral third party reports and information to both the GAL and the judge. And I think you're right. And I think you're looking at it probably with a clearer head than maybe myself, because I you know, I I just don't see a need for it. But you're looking at it very positively, and I think that that is great. Um, and you're right. Maybe something good comes out of those reports, right? This could be, again, careful what you wish for, Justin. But it sounds like it's very limited to certain hours, only 35 hours. So I guess that limits that. And so we'll see what they find out. But maybe there's a silver lining in the fact that the GAL was appointed and she still has to pay for supervised visitation. We will be there to help her raise funds for that. But again, that part I will hang my hat on. The GAL, totally get it. And I think you're right. Maybe there'll be a reason for that. But the supervised visits, it doesn't make sense. Let's see. But yes, I think you're right. And thank you for your insight. So what the court is saying is Kelsey needs supervised visits and Justin doesn't, even though they admitted that not one, but two professionals had to teach him how to feed his son. Yes. And you know what? We cannot, keep that up longer. We cannot forget that, right? So he's this loving, fantastic father, whatever. But again, that is facts. That was put in print. So yes. And there's, at least this way, it sounds like there will probably be a visit to the alien household, to the UFO shelter, and they will at least be able to see how they sleep in their spaceship. Okay, so that's good, because that whole thing seems very interesting to me, that there are that many people in a 3-bedroom home. So at least that will most likely be checked out. The residents, that's pretty standard. So at least that will be reported on and all of that. So there will be a good reason to, at least one reason I can think of now, that the GAL will provide, and I'm sure that there will be others as well. And that way, when we see Kelsey's completely cleared with mental health with this guy, because as we know, she's been cleared by everyone else. This will just be another person that clears her. And so, again, I think the other commenter was right. The GAL is definitely not a bad thing. All right, let's see. I think the supervisor helps Kelsey. The alien can't make up lies as long as there is a supervisor. Yeah, and Amy, you're not wrong. But at some point, like, we've got to move on, like, at what point is that? Like, most people wouldn't be able to afford this. If this was like any average person, barely making it, like a lot of us are in this economy, they wouldn't be able to afford the supervised visitations. And I think we have to look at the bigger picture. Is the court taking into consideration the fact that Justin is multiple times bringing up how much money she had in her GoFundMe? And let's be clear, that was how much total she's raised. If anyone thinks that that is the amount that's in there actively, then that's insane. She had to pay for a criminal trial. She has family law attorneys who are extremely expensive because they're worth it. So this is not the money that she just has sitting there. That I would venture to say that money's long gone. So any kind of fundraising we do now is in addition to help with visitation. I mean, I know how much trials cost and how much was raised, and I can't imagine that any of that money left. So I don't know. Is the court taking into consideration his statements of how much he's raised? We know for him that's a huge sore point. He does not like that whatsoever. He is money motivated, and that is a real big issue for him. I don't know, because if this was any Joe Schmo on the street, they couldn't afford to pay 2 to 5 grand or whatever. I mean, just thousands of dollars for normal visits to see your child, especially when there is no danger, in my opinion. Are they holding it to a different standard because she's funded by, people who believe in her? I don't know. But to your point, yes, it does help protect her in a sense, but again, this is not sustainable. And how long is she going to have to do that? It seems like it's going to have to be till his report is done in what, August or September? I don't know. That's a long time. That's a lot of money. So I don't know. Let's see. Melissa Jane is saying, "Oh, I have Dollywood FOMO." Yes, I think so many of us do. I'm like, for me, it's so close, but yet so far. Like, it's just a state over, really, but like it's 7 hours each way, and I'm like, I can't do that on my own. Like, I don't want to do that. I drive so much for work. I just think, but next year. So I'm planning for next year. But I'm right there with you, girl. Hopefully they go live a lot. We get to see everyone having fun. I love that everyone gets to, so many people get to meet for the first time and all that. I just think that's fantastic. So I think Kelsey did not want a GAL due to the fact that it could take longer to get things in order. That's exactly right. Exactly. And now, as we're seeing, like, hearings and things are being pushed back because they need this report from the GAL. And obviously, he deserves time to write his report, but it will ultimately push things back. And that's ultimately going to be more money Kelsey's going to have to dish out to her attorney, a longer period of time. There's going to be motions undoubtedly filed in that period of time. Each hour billed for that. I mean, each 6-minute increments really billed for that is out of Kelsey's pocket. And now supervised visitation continues until that is addressed in later dates. And it just pushes the whole thing back. That's why I think Kelsey agreed to be like, "No, we don't even need it." Like, but then Justin insisted, and so the court granted that. So we'll continue to fundraise and support her. But in my opinion, that part is silly. I don't necessarily think the GAL is a bad thing. But the supervised visitation, I have a real big problem with. But let's see. All right, it feels like that, but it's slowly regaining familiarity, controlled environment, and slowly lifting restrictions as it progresses. Well, yeah, I mean, it's a positive way to look at it. And I like that you're doing that. Disney and Universal. I'm a Disney Vacation Club owner, so I get my deluxe resort days. Oh, Kristen, you fancy. So is it bad that like I just want to go to Disney, like to go shopping? Like, their shop there? I don't know. Like, I mean, yeah, I'd like to ride a couple of the rides. It's been like a minute since I've been there, but I just want to go to all the stores. I love that for you, and I love that you're able to spend a long period of time there and really enjoy it and take it all in. Romy, who has been a member for a month. Thank you so much, Romy. We appreciate you so much. Don't forget to like and subscribe, my girl. Telling you guys, if you are not a subscriber, please subscribe. It is free, and we have a good time here. And I think you'll like it. And yes, like the video. Thank you so much, Romy. We love you. And Miss Jess saying thank you as well. Hey, Katie, how are we? Hi, Lauren in chat. Can't say long, but wanted to say hello. Thank you so much. I am glad that you did. I love when you pop in. Thank you so much. I think the order seems pretty good for Kelsey. It gives her at least 2 of the she has requested FaceTime calls and communication directly instead of through his attorneys. Yes, I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree about that. Like I said, the only thing I don't like is the supervised visits. Everything else I think is, not surprising, right? Um, but yes, and that's probably what we should focus on. But I just in work in that field, it contradicts itself, and I just think it's silly. But yes, everything else makes sense. Looks at both parties. So far, Kelsey is the only one under the microscope. That's right. Again, be careful what you wish for, Justin. And again, like we know, like with it came out in the trial, like Kelsey has nothing to hide. Like when you're telling the truth, you don't have to worry about that. And I can't say that other people are that clean, in my personal opinion. So, and I think the jail only helps Kelsey. And it's out of his pocket. So enjoy, have fun with that. Hope you got a now, buddy. You might want one. Absolutely. It is insanely expensive. No argument there. Yeah. And it's just, crazy. Like, fortunately, we're here to help Kelsey, but people that don't have that kind of funding and help, like, how do they even afford to see their kid? I mean, and would the court just allow Wednesday visits free? I mean, I have so many questions. It just is very contradictory. Nefarious. Hi. Got to meeting in 3 minutes. BRB. Have a good meeting, Katie. I agree. We have to keep raising funds for her. She still needs us. Yeah, she does. She does. Hellfish says, Miss Jess, did you see we have to contact Beats? All right. Let's see. All right. Yeah, guys. So basically that is the order in a nutshell. All in all, favorable. Thing that's annoying to me is the supervised visits. I think, Lori has some time. We can pick her brain again on some things. And I don't know if there has to be a change in circumstances for them to petition the court to change the supervised visitations again in the future. I don't know. So we'll see. But for now, it is what it is. Fortunately, Kelsey has the community support, and we will continue to do just that. And especially when the aliens attack, again, go ahead and pull some shady shit, and we will act accordingly and raise funds. Elfish Haven has been a member for 1 month as well. Thank you so much. We appreciate it so much. Says, good job, though. The technical difficulties. Thank you, my friend. Yeah, I am not a tech-savvy IT person. That is not anything that has ever been in my wheelhouse. Probably won't be, but I do strive to get better. But yeah, it's just been a long day. So I think that on top of the technical difficulties, I'm like, oh, as I'm trying to I'm like, why did I go live? But we made it through. We made it through together. That's what we do. Oh, I did want to show you guys. Did want to show you. Let me see if I can pull it up. We will see. I don't know. YouTube. Did want to show you guys this. Now that we got the most important thing out of the way. Let's see. So yeah, anyways, just keep praying for Kelsey, keep supporting her, letting her know that we're here for her, and when you can donate a few dollars, it really does go a long way. Let's see here. All right. Okay, guys, let me see if this is going to allow me to do this. All right. We shall share the screen. Okay. No, New Hampshire. Mary said, I understand your disappointment about unnecessary supervise, etc. My theory is things are being ordered partly because of the terrible way of things which came about and all the attention. Yeah, I mean, I don't doubt that at all. I think you're spot on. Again, frustration is it was caused by other people, so why does Kelsey have to pay for that? But I get it. You're totally right. This is, and this is why, in my opinion, we cannot just completely be like, oh, well, it's a family court matter. We have to, there still needs to be attention on this matter because the court knows, to your point, there has been a wide attention on this case. And I think if we just don't hear anything about it, especially the public filings and, public hearings, they're all public, then the court, are they going to be crossing their T's and dotting their I's? I, for one, have questions about that if that will happen. So in my opinion, we can't completely, yes, we give, Kelsey's not going to talk about the family case, nor should she. But, filings that are public, like Lori is continuing to post and talk about the public postings. There's a reason. The court does need to be to a standard. And we know that unfortunately the court system failed her with McCarthy Damon. And that still has not been resolved. So I think it'd be just such a bad thing if we just completely looked the other way and said, well, it's family court and all of that. But my opinion is there still needs to be eyes on this, respectfully. And yeah, so yeah, no, but to your point, you've made very good points and you're not wrong about any of them. But, and again, hopefully all of that will, it doesn't make it right and it won't justify the situation, but in civil court, people will ultimately, in my opinion, have to pay monetarily damages and she will be entitled to a lot of money. But that doesn't, make it right. But civilly, yes, they will have to answer for it financially. Okay, let me share this with you guys. Share screen. Share. Okay. So here you have my YouTube. And for anyone who is new, please go subscribe. It is free. You just hit the button and you can put the little bell on. So every time we go live, notified, and then you can pop in if you're free. We have a fantastic community, a little tribe here that we're building, and it is wonderful. You guys are fantastic, and I love it. And so we have a great little community here that I think anybody would love. Let me take this off. Yes, just use common sense in what we say. Be respectful as we can. Exactly. All right, let me take that off the screen so you guys can see it better. So here we are at my YouTube channel. If you go over here, first of all, I don't know if this is active yet because it takes a minute apparently, but we have a new feature if it is active. We will find out together if it is. Oh, it is. Would you like that? Okay. We have merchandise, guys. We have merch. And I feel like we should look through it together. Are we down? Okay. Now they're just giving us kind of a glimpse of things. Let me see if there's a way to go in. I don't know. We'll just go through what we see here. Okay. So we have some merch, you guys. I thought it only fitting to have a Chad pizza shirt. Okay. And when we do our Chad pizza, show, you guys will be prepared. You can be in your Chad pizza gear. I have to give shout out to my girl Side Eyes who designed this Chad pizza because she's like, look, I made this. If you get, you don't have to do anything with it. I loved it. I adored it. So I put it on a shirt. Okay. So we have Chad pizza merch. Let's see here. Yes, Chad pizza. It comes in a multitude of colors. So whatever you fancy. I tried the ones that it looked best with, just like all of them. And so this is just a long sleeve. Chad Pizza, look at this guy. He doesn't even know it, but he's modeling the Chad Pizza shirt. I find that hilarious. It looks really good in that gray. Also a fan of the red. Anyway, so that is that. Let me go back to the main one. And then we have a hat, and this one is the slogan, feeling stabby today, because for the longest time in my life, I would say, like, I need a fork. I'm going to stab myself with a fork. Because, like, if you just get frustrated, you say the things you don't, it's obviously, like, not literal. But anyway, so there is merch with that. If you're feeling stabby today, if you're in a bad mood and you're like, oh, I can't, today is not the day. Let's see here. There's just a regular one with logo. It's like a retro logo. Let's get to that one. Are you guys seeing that one? I don't know if you guys are seeing these. With just Common Sense Investigator on it. We have Chad Pizza bags. So we can put your totes, any kind of tote that you need to take to work or put your groceries in. You got that. All right. It makes me giggle every time. Let's see. Yeah. Okay. Then we have one, which is CSI Investigator Tribe, which I have to give credit to KY Maverick, who heard me talking about, basically we have a great tribe here. We have a little family, and so he's like, look, I made this. And I was like, great. And then we tweaked it, and it's so pretty. I love it. So it's on a sticker. It's also on shirts if you guys want it. We have a doggy bandana. Who doesn't love a doggy bandana? CSI. All right. We know we all are pet lovers here. So we have that for the animal lovers in the chat. And then there is a feeling stabby coffee mug, if you so choose. Let's clear these out. I want to make sure that none of these are clogging up the stream. How are we doing? Is it working okay? Is everyone seeing things? Let me check the chat, because just my luck, everything will not show. Let's see. Hello, Glamma. How are we? Good to see ya. Yay, merch. Okay. Everyone seeing it okay? Because it would be my style to just start seeing it, showing it, and no one can see it. Just like my mute, All right. So let's see what else we have here. We have different styles. We have tank tops. And there's different ones. Like, there's like higher quality ones. And then there's less expensive ones. So hopefully we have something for, all price ranges and stuff. There is a mouse pad. Feeling stabby today. Mouse pad. We have the zip hoodie, which I have, and I think it's this one that I have, and it's like super, I love it. It's so soft. It's like one of the most comfortable things you will ever put on. So there's just a bunch of different ones. And this one, this one I haven't showed you guys yet. This one is, so it says, illegitimate non-carborundum, which is, don't let the bastards get you down in Latin. Okay, so this was something that I grew up on, this saying, and sometimes we need to hear the saying, and sometimes we might not want to say it in English, and so therefore we have here with a cute little guy holding tea, because sometimes we have to remind ourselves that we see a lot of shit and don't let them get you down. And then just sometimes people piss us off, and we have to remember it too. So that is one of my personal favorites. That one. I don't see it on stream, but can add the shop to your link tree. Yes, I also posted the shop in in the description because they were like reviewing it earlier, so I didn't even know if it would be on there. Let me see. I wonder if I have to oh my gosh, you guys. Hello. So it wasn't on there the whole time. Again. Again, doesn't surprise me at all that it wasn't on there the whole time. Okay. Do you see it now, Miss Jess? And if I make it larger, do you see it? Let's see. Okay, going to that. I'm gonna pull this one up. Do you see the blue long sleeve shirt? Oop. Are we seeing anything? Okay, so not the blue long sleeve shirt, but we can see this is your blonde moment. No, I have blonde moments all the time because I'm so not tech friendly. It's not on your screen. So in order to go through it, I have to go to the original screen, so I can't see. It's up there now. Okay, cool. All right. So it looks like I just can't bring them and make them larger, which is weird. I'm sure there's a way. I just don't know how. Okay. So yes, you have this guy who it says, "Don't let the bastards get you down" in Latin, which is one of my favorites. We have coffee cups. We have tank tops, but there's a bunch. Anyway, there's just a bunch of different designs. We have aprons. We have more stickers. We have magnets. We have a cosmetic or just a bag that you can throw your in that has multiple designs on. So, again, there's just anything your heart desire. There's a magnet here, water bottles, long sleeve hoodies. I mean, just we have tie. We have a lot of things. So, that's weird. This one, I don't see anything on it, so I have to go there and take that one off. There's like nothing on there. Oh, then I have this one, which is a cat. If you're a cat fan. So yeah, we just put a lot of different designs on there. Some of them are funny, some are cute. And yes, so go check it out. I'm excited because I, have merch now. That's pretty fun. So, Mr. Monk, that's okay. There were technical difficulties as expected with pretty much all of my streams, but right now I have merch so finally. So, we were looking at that, but I couldn't pull them all up like I anticipated. So, anyways, merch. And if you can't, like, if it's for whatever reason, the link, there's literally everything. So there's a way to go to like each design if you have a specific design and then see what all is offered with that design because there's more stuff than just is shown there. But anyways, go check it out. I was excited, so I had to show you guys. All right. Yes, so that is about all I had. I know that I think the shenanigans and fun begins at like 6:30 in Knoxville. I would expect someone probably is going to go live with as many content creators there as will be expected, I would assume. I know I'm going to be like tuned in to see who's going live because I want to live vicariously through them. They're going to have a good time, and I hope that they have a blast. Thank you, Mary. But yes, so I know I'll be staying tuned for that. And hi, Lori, how are you? We had technical difficulties, but we were showing your Twitter post of your breakdown of the motion. Thank you for doing that. We love your brain, and we were using it. So, yes, thank you so much. And I know Lori's going on vacation too, and so she deserves the best vacation. I hope it is fantastic and relaxing and all of the things. So thank you for stopping in. Everyone is saying hello. So we just went over the motion and all of that. And yeah, but there were technical difficulties as you expect with me. But anyways. So yes, don't know what is today? Wednesday. I'm not sure. Yes, Lori, you always help. Packing now. Yes, everyone wish Lori a fantastic vacation. She deserves it. just for the work she does on the YouTube streets of helping us explain all of the knowledge to us. She deserves a vacation just from that. And she has a whole law firm and works with family law, which is, like, in my opinion, like the hardest law. And so, yes, we wish her the best vacation. And of course, we will pick her brain when she gets back. So, you guys are amazing. Thank you so much for stopping by and going over the motion and the order with me. And thank you for allowing me to show you the merch that I have now in the store. Again, thank you for all the support, you guys, the members and stuff. You guys are amazing. And like I said, we have a wonderful little tribe here that is a family, and I love it, and it is growing. So if you're new, feel free to come back and hit that subscribe button. It's free. We have a great time here. And I will see you guys soon. I'm not sure when exactly, but yes. And then Mary also saying, thank you for everything you do. Have a super vacation. Yes. And Mary speaks for all of us. Thank you so much. She is everything. And also, if you didn't see her on Justice Served, she was on there. I had to watch on the replay crew because I've had so much week. She is fantastic as always. Go check that out on Justice Served. Nefarious, thank you for coming and watching with us. Thank you, Lauren. Show, you are so welcome, Mary. Thank you for being here. I will see you guys soon and have something planned in the next day or two. So stay tuned. Have a great Wednesday night. I love you guys, and we'll talk soon. Bye, guys.